What if one of the biggest movie franchises in history never existed? What if, instead of Star Wars, we got a Flash Gordon universe directed by George Lucas? Because this almost happened, and if it did, sci-fi cinema today might look completely different. To understand this what if, we have to go back to the 1930s. Flash Gordon was created in 1934 by cartoonist Alex Raymond, a bold, colourful space hero. But this wasn't hard science fiction, this was pulp adventure. Alien worlds, evil emperors, and rocket ships that looked like silver bullets. And in 1936, Flash Gordon exploded onto cinema screens in weekly serials starring Buster Crabbe. Decades later, a young filmmaker grew up obsessed with these serials, and that filmmaker was George Lucas. He didn't just like Flash Gordon, he wanted to remake it. And in the early 1970s, buoyed by his success with American Graffiti, Lucas tried to secure the film rights. He saw it as the perfect vehicle for a new kind of space epic. But there was a problem. The rights were controlled by legendary producer Dino De Laurentiis, and he said no. In the previous video in this series, we go on to tell about the film De Laurentiis did build, the classic cult film Flash Gordon from the 1980s. So Lucas had a choice: walk away or build something completely new. And what he did was create Star Wars. Lucas didn't abandon the idea as such, he reinvented it. Taking inspiration from Flash Gordon's structure, he created an original story: a farm boy, a space princess, an evil empire. The DNA of Flash Gordon is everywhere in Star Wars. But Lucas added something new: mythology. Influenced by, but not entirely following as a script, he turned pulp adventure into modern myth, and cinema changed forever. But what if De Laurentiis had said yes? What would a Lucas-directed Flash Gordon actually look like? Well, first, Lucas would have grounded the world. The original Flash Gordon was theatrical, almost cartoonist. Lucas would have made it feel real. The ships wouldn't be shiny toys, they would be used, mechanical, functional. Think less stage play, more lived-in universe. Instead of a simple planet Mongo, we'd get a fully realised galaxy, different cultures, political systems, alien species with depth. Lucas doesn't just create settings, he creates ecosystems. Flash Gordon himself might have changed the most. Instead of a perfect, fearless hero, a reluctant hero thrust into a situation, Lucas might have made him uncertain, reluctant, human. And Ming the Merciless? Just a villain? A ruler? A strategist? Maybe even understandable. And the biggest difference? Well, Flash Gordon was simple. Good versus evil. Lucas would have added layers. Look at Star Wars. You've got Empire versus Rebellion, technology versus humanity, destiny. It wouldn't just be fun, it would mean something. And technically, well, this would have changed everything. No Flash Gordon means, potentially, no industrial light and magic, no leap in visual effects, no revolution in blockbuster filmmakings, because in many ways, Flash Gordon became Star Wars. In an alternate timeline, Flash Gordon is the biggest franchise in the world. Lightsabers don't exist. The Force doesn't exist. And sci-fi stays closer to pulp instead of evolving into myth. We never got to see George Lucas's Flash Gordon, but in a way we did, because sometimes the projects that don't happen create the ones that change everything. What do you think? Would a Lucas Flash Gordon have been better than Star Wars, or did we get the best possible outcome? Let me know in the comments. Please share this video with your friends. Give us a thumbs up, hype, even better. And if you want to really help us create more of the footage and videos on subjects like this that you'd like to see, click on subscribe, click on the bell, click on the drop down and click on all, and then you'll be informed when our next video arises. Until then, stay safe and we'll see you in the next one.